Born in the West, raised Catholic, schooled in law, and backed by business, Friedrich Merz isn't just Germany's new chancellor. He's a political comeback story that's redefining Europe's center of gravity. But who is he really? Where did he come from? And why do so many people now call him Angela Merkel's anti-clone? Let's break it down. Friedrich Merz was born in 1955 in the small town of Bloodline in West Germany's North Rhine-Westphalia. His upbringing was traditional, Catholic, conservative, judicial. His father, a judge, his grandfather, a Nazi-era district chief, a fact his critics have never let go of. Merz has distanced himself from that legacy. Instead, he built his identity on law, economics, and market liberalism. He studied at the University of Bonn, and by the 1980s, he was already working as a lawyer and judge in the German court system. But Merz wasn't made for the bench. In 1989, he made his political debut in the European Parliament. By 1994, he was in the Bundestag. And by 2000, he had become the leader of the CDU-CSU parliamentary group. He was sharp, ambitious, and seen by many as the CDU's next big thing. But then came Angela Merkel. Merkel's rise through the CDU was slow and strategic. Merz was bold, direct, unapologetically conservative. Where Merkel aimed for compromise, Merz pushed for free markets, strict migration, and slashing red tape. The party chose her, not him. By 2002, Merz had been sidelined. By 2009, he walked away from politics entirely. But Merz wasn't idle. Between 2009 and his return to politics, he stayed deeply connected to Germany's elite policy circles. He became chairman of Atlantic Brücke, a major transatlantic think tank that influences foreign and economic policy. He also served as a board member of United Europe AV and vice president of the CDU's Economic Council. And through the Friedrich and Charlotte Merz Foundation, he focused on education and youth development. Even off the political stage, Merz was shaping policy. Quietly, strategically, from behind the curtain. For the next decade, he lived in the world he believed in, finance. He became chairman of BlackRock Germany, managing billions in global assets. That move would later come back to haunt him. Critics accused Merz of being a boardroom chancellor, more loyal to investors than to voters. His ties to financial elites became a recurring theme. One headline in 2022 asked, "Will Germany be run from Frankfurt or from Washington?" But Merz wasn't done. He was just waiting. After Merkel announced she wouldn't seek re-election, Merz made his move. He ran for party leadership 3 times, lost twice. Finally, in early 2022, he won. And in 2025, he got what he always wanted, the chancellorship. If you want more bold political breakdowns like this, subscribe to Timeline Brief. We cut through the noise. And like this video if you think comeback stories should come with scrutiny. Let's keep going. Merz didn't just return, he returned with a mission: to undo Merkel's legacy. He criticized her centrist approach. He said the CDU had lost its spine, and he promised to bring the party back to its conservative pro-business roots. This wasn't Merkel 2.0. This was the rejection of Merkelism itself. Merz began positioning the CDU as tough on migration, hard on bureaucracy, and open to working with business elites to streamline policy. He calls himself ordo-liberal, a believer in free markets with just enough state structure to keep things competitive. He opposes expanding welfare. He wants tax cuts, and he's pushed to roll back Germany's green transition, slamming energy costs and ESG policies as out of control. But his controversies go far beyond economics. In the 1990s, Merz voted against criminalizing marital rape. He's consistently opposed abortion reform, and he's used language that even his own party finds uncomfortable. On a TV talk show in 2023, he warned about little pashas, children of immigrants, especially of Arabic descent, who, he claimed, don't respect German teachers, especially female ones. The backlash was immediate. Accusations of racism, outrage from teachers' unions, condemnation from migrant communities. But Merz didn't walk it back. He doubled down. He called it honesty. Then came the AfD scandal. For years, Germany's center-right had maintained a firewall. No cooperation with the AfD, no votes, no deals, no exceptions. Merz changed that. In 2023, during a key vote on immigration reform, CDU leadership accepted AfD support to push the bill through. There was no formal coalition. But the message was clear. The CDU was willing to use the far right if it got results. Media backlash exploded. Thousands protested. Even CDU insiders were furious. But Merz, again, he didn't apologize. He denied a deal. But few believed him. It was seen as a breach of post-war political ethics and a turning point in German conservatism. So how did he still win? Because while the controversy raged in Berlin, across the country, many Germans were frustrated, tired of rising costs, tired of unstable coalitions, tired of indecision. After Olaf Scholz's coalition collapsed, the CDU-CSU under Merz won the 2025 federal election with 28.5% of the vote. The far-right AfD surged to 20.8%. The SPD collapsed to 16.4%. Merz had to form a coalition, and he refused to work with the Greens. So he made a controversial move, a grand coalition with the SPD and CSU, old rivals, now uneasy partners. And just like that, Friedrich Merz became Chancellor of Germany. So now the country and the world is watching. Will he roll back Merkel-era moderation? Will he keep pushing the CDU further right? Or will he try to stabilize a political system that's more divided than ever? So far, he's made his position clear. The left is over. That's what he told reporters just hours before the vote. He said he would govern for the majority who think straight, not for what he called green or left-wing nutcases. Whether you love him or fear him, one thing's clear. Friedrich Merz is not a placeholder. He's a reshaper of policy, of party, of post-Merkel Germany. And the next 4 years, they won't be quiet. This is Timeline Brief. Subscribe for fearless political storytelling and drop a comment. Is Merz what Germany needs, or a warning for the rest of Europe? Till next time.